Saving my mother from her abusive ex. I was 19 when everything finally exploded. My parents divorced when I was 8. After that, my mom started dating a man who basically became my stepfather. At first, I didn't think much about him. He never touched me. So I assumed things were fine. But growing up in that house meant learning how to pretend not to hear things. Arguments. Doors slamming. My mom crying in another room. When I was a kid, I used to cover my ears so I wouldn't hear them fight. But as I got older, I started paying attention. And the truth became obvious. He was abusive. Not just physically sometimes, but constantly with his words. He was lazy, angry, and impossible to criticize. My mom worked hard every day, but he never helped her. Not with the house. Not with groceries. Not even when she was clearly exhausted. Instead, he complained about everything. Stupid things. Like yelling at her for asking for help at the wrong moment, while he sat around doing nothing. And the worst part? My mom always defended him. She covered for him. She even forgave him after he cheated on her. I never understood why she stayed. Maybe emotional dependence. Maybe fear. But by the time I turned 18, I couldn't stay quiet anymore. The anger had been building for years. While my mom worked long shifts, I would cook and clean the house. But I stopped doing anything for him. I stopped cooking his meals. Stopped cleaning his room. In my mind, he didn't deserve it. But that only made things worse for my mom. One night, she wasn't home. It was just me and him in the house. For the first time, he didn't have her there to shield him. So I said everything I had been holding in for years. Every insult. Every accusation. Every ounce of anger. The argument got louder and louder. Eventually, I shoved him. That was a mistake. I'm about 5 feet 8 inches. He's 6 feet 2 inches. He punched me in the face so hard I dropped to my knees instantly. Blood filled my mouth. For a moment I thought I might black out. But adrenaline kicked in. And before I even thought about it, I punched him straight in the groin with everything I had. He collapsed to the floor screaming. Calling me insane. Threatening to send me to jail. And suddenly the reality hit me. I had just attacked him. And he had connections in politics. So I panicked. I grabbed my phone, my wallet, my backpack. And ran. It was around 9 p.m. The streets were dark. Empty. And I had nowhere to go. My dad lived in another city. I didn't want to drag my friends into this. And I was convinced if I called the police, he'd somehow twist the story. So I just kept running. Until my legs gave out. I didn't have money for a hotel. So I spent the night sitting on the steps of a church. Holding my backpack. Trying not to fall asleep. Every noise made me jump. I was terrified he'd find me. Or that someone else would. Around 3 a.m., my mom texted me. Come home. We need to talk. But I was convinced she would defend him. So I did something stupid. I smashed my phone on the ground. And kept running. The next day I reached a nearby city. I kept walking. For 2 more days. No sleep. Barely any food. Until my body finally gave up. I collapsed in the street. When I woke up, the police were there. Apparently, he had tried to press charges against me. At that point, I thought my life was over. But something happened I never expected. My mom stood by my side. She showed the police the bruises he had left on her arms. On her legs. For the first time. She told the truth. The police arrested him that day. And all those political connections he bragged about? Total lies. Later, my mom apologized to me. For everything. Now she's finally free. And honestly, as long as she learns how to choose the right man this time, that's enough for me.